What is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back in another video. And Raw was a complete snooze fest. This whole Raw sucked. No LA Knight, no CM Punk. What the fuck are we doing? I didn't even bother watching the main event segment. I have no interest in Roman Reigns, any of his storylines. I don't give a fuck. I think he's overrated. Probably even more overrated than John Cena, because at least John Cena had the crowd. Roman never did for 8 years. He had to do the tribal chief shit just so he could get the fucking people interested in him. Don't give a flying fuck about Roman. And I don't care about his matches. He had a 5-star match because of CM Punk, and nobody can convince me otherwise. That was all because of CM Punk. Fucking, just everything I saw, when I saw Roman, I was like, I'm done. I'm done watching this. I'm not watching any more of this shit. I don't give a fuck what they were going to do with Jacob Buttu. I don't care. Don't care. They should have had Punk win. At the very least, he should have went over and then lose it to him at Backlash, like supposedly the dirt sheets are saying. But now supposedly Roman is going to be gone for all of June. Now, according to the advertisement, he's going to be at the pay-per-view. Just trash. That's just trash, man. Just trash. Oh yeah, I'm full-time for the whole summer, guys. Yeah, fuck you. Fucking full of shit. Now reports are apparently coming out that TKO, they want to pay him less money than he got from Vince. Roman, I guess you don't have Vince McMahon anymore. TKO's like, nah, bro. We. It's true, though. They don't need Roman. They really don't. And I said this in the last video. I said this in the last video. They don't need Roman Reigns. They really don't. They don't need Roman to survive. They got so many other guys that could win that title and could do just as much as Roman did with a higher schedule than he had. Okay. This is, look, I don't like TKO, what they're doing with some of these wrestlers. They fired a bunch of wrestlers. They forced guys that re-signed a year ago to leave the company. But at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is, they don't need a lot of these top guys anymore. Okay, like Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is a top guy because of Vince McMahon. Okay? He's a top guy because of Vince McMahon. Okay? He's not a top guy by being the top guy, as in getting over on his own. Roman didn't get over on his own. And all you Roman Dick Mark riders can say all you want to the end of the day. He went to 6 main event WrestleManias based on Vince McMahon having a hearting for him being in the main event. Okay? Roman Reigns is not worth what he was getting. All right? That's facts on motherfucking facts. He was force-fed. He got to do whatever he wanted. When the pandemic happened, he got to be like, you know what? We ain't doing this anymore. We're doing the tribal chief thing now. Okay, so he did that. But again, he got creative freedom to do whatever he wanted because Vince McMahon wanted him to be successful. Couldn't have him successful the way he did it. So finally, Vince McMahon finally was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to let you do what you want. And it worked. But again, he was coddled the entire time. Roman's entire run is being coddled by Vince McMahon. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He was coddled by Vince. All right? And I just don't care. He should never have won that match. Yes, do I prefer Punk? Absolutely. I don't deny it. Y'all fucking try to say, oh, you're a Punk fanboy, you're a mark, you're this, you're that. Whatever. That's irrelevant to me. All right? Because you on the keyboard are just as much of a mark. Every wrestling fan that watches WWE or AEW is a fanboy for somebody. And if you're not, why are you even watching the damn sport in the first place? Okay? I don't deny that I'm a fan of CM Punk. I never once denied that. Y'all fucking come to me and be like, you're on this way too much. Like, no, I'm not. I'm going to do what I do. All right? I have been here on YouTube making videos since 2010. And I don't make just videos about wrestling. Okay? I have done many rants. I have done many things on many different topics. Okay? Wrestling is not what I'm most known for on this damn YouTube website. Okay? All right? So, when I say that yes, Punk should have factually won, I do think Punk should have factually won. Not just because I'm a Punk fan, but because of what we're hearing. We are hearing things from TKO, Ari Emanuel, people that are higher up than Triple H, that are saying, we do not like Roman Reigns and the money he is getting right now. Okay, we do not like this. That he's part-time and all this shit. For anybody who doesn't even realize this, the contract that Roman Reigns is currently on, the current one that he had going into WrestleMania, that contract was signed by Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon signed him to that contract when he was still in charge. Okay? Facts are motherfucking facts. Vince McMahon gave him a huge deal. Because again, Vince McMahon loved Roman Reigns. That was his boy. Vince McMahon loved Roman Reigns. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you deny that, you're wrong. That's facts. Okay? Punk's not been on TV. LA Knight wasn't on TV. The only good thing was that the original / real El Grande Americano, not that imposter Luke Gallows, won his tag match with the Creed brothers, American Made. Okay? Right? I said they should have been back a while ago. Okay? I don't know why they just came back now. They should have been back a while ago to go up against the imposter and his entourage of El Grande Americanos, who cost them the original real El Grande Americanos match 2 months ago on Raw. Okay? Because we still don't know the identity of who the original / real El Grande Americano is. We don't know who that is. All right? We know that the imposter's Luke Gallo, or I'm sorry, not Luke. We know the imposter is Luke Kaiser. Okay? Luke Gallows was the imposter Kane, right? Imposter Razor Ramon, imposter Diesel, the Underfaker, right? You know, that's who he is. He is an imposter. He is a stepping stone. We know that's Luke Kaiser. The original El Grande Americano is the real El Grande Americano. Now they're trying to do this bullshit that he's the real El Grande. No, he's not. He's the imposter. That is the imposter. And I can't wait until they take his mask off. And then Luke Kaiser can go back to being Luke Kaiser. Because the real El Grande Americano, the original El Grande Americano, is going to win at AAA. Okay? He's going to win. Because TKO knows that the real El Grande Americano needs to win this match. Okay? You never have the imposter win, right? Um, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Other than that, I didn't give a shit about this Raw. I mean, you had Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker doing their thing, who I guess was interesting. But honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't give a shit about that feud anymore. That feud's luxury ended when Braun Breaker got the hernia injury. It really did. Like, he came back. It doesn't have the same feel to it. Doesn't have the same feel to it because, you know, him coming back as the mask guy and all that stuff, that created buzz. Now they're not even doing that anymore. All right, there's nothing. You got nothing. You're just doing the match just because you have to do the match. Okay? Nothing interesting about that match. Nothing interesting about the card. For Backlash, I might not even watch Backlash. I'm not really that interested in the card. But yeah, I mean, CM Punk should have won. CM Punk should have won. If Roman didn't want to do business with TKO, TKO should have had Punk win. I don't understand the logic of, oh, there's tension between TKO and Roman, but yet you don't have Punk go over. Punk should have went over. If you had any inkling to anything, you would have made Punk win. TKO should have been calling up Triple H and being like, yo, you're going to have Punk go over here because we can't do this anymore. Like, I just don't know anymore, man. Like, we might. Because, again, you got to remember something. Again, I have to reiterate this. TKO is not Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon's not there anymore. You know? I would love to use the quote that Roman Reigns used to Austin Theory when Vince left creative or left as chairman or whatever. When that promo aired, right? It's like, your daddy's not here anymore, right? That's what Roman said to Austin Theory. Well, guess what, Roman? We could say that to you now. Your daddy's not here anymore. You are going to... TKO realizes he's not as big of a star as Vince McMahon hyped him up to being. He's not. He's overrated. He's overrated. He was coddled for years by Vince. Okay? And TKO fucking realizes that. They realize he's not worth the money that they're paying him. All right? He got a big fat deal by Vince McMahon before Vince McMahon left. Okay? And they realize it now. It's like, why pay this guy when we got a guy like CM Punk? We got a guy like Cody. You know, obviously, I know Cody's not as big as like a Cena or an Orton, but Cody is still very popular now, right? We got a guy like that, okay? We got Orton, okay? Hell, they're even having John Cena be a host again for Backlash. Wouldn't be surprised if John Cena is hosting like every pay-per-view this year at this point, going forward now, right? I mean, it's clear as day that they don't need Roman Reigns. They're trying to get Brock Lesnar to come back, okay? They want Brock Lesnar to come back and retire at SummerSlam, okay? But that doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But why is it that they don't want Roman Reigns? Why isn't they don't want to re-sign him to the big contract that he wants? Okay? Why is that? You know, we just seen them, you know, part ways with the New Day, Kofi and Xavier, right? Now, obviously, those aren't big stars compared to Roman and Punk and the other guys, but the fact that they're willing to force them either have a dramatic pay cut or that they're going to part ways with them, and we're having the same issues with Roman Reigns, who is a huge star, that tells you that they don't see him at that echelon level. Punk sold more merchandise than anybody at WrestleMania. Hell, even fucking Danhausen, who's never going to be a world champion, okay? I think, was either third or second at WrestleMania in merchandise sales. Punk was number 1, but Hausen was either 2 or 3. Okay? Roman wasn't there, bro. Roman wasn't on that list. Okay? I think Cody was second or third, but I'd have to look at it again. But I know Punk was 1. But that tells you what you need to know about Roman. He's not as big as social media and Vince McMahon has hyped him up to being. He's not. He was coddled by Vince, and they made and presented him in a way where people felt that he was the guy, and he never was. All right? Anybody could have stepped into Roman's role and done what he did. Maybe could have even done it better. Okay? Anybody could have done that if they got a chance to be a champion for 1,000 days. Okay? All right? To be a world champion for 1,000 days, okay, in this era, all right, the only way that happens is Vince really harping on you being the champion. Now, I truly only believe that happened because of the whole Roman getting COVID on night 1. Night one really is the reason why Roman got the 1,000-day reign. If he had never gotten COVID on that pay-per-view, which forced him to not wrestle that night, I believe we would have never gotten that unification, or it wasn't a unification match, but title for title match at WrestleMania between him and Brock. Because they were supposed to wrestle each other at night 1. I think Roman would have either won or Brock would have won that match. And Brock would have probably lost that title back to Roman at WrestleMania, and it would never have been a title for title match. But that changed, that literally, that night changed the entire trajectory of how they went forward, because the moment Roman won both titles, that was pretty much what led to the 1,000-day reign. I don't think Roman was going to be set up to be the champion that long. At that point, I think he was only champion for about a year and a half, because they did the WrestleMania by that point, the year before. Yeah. So he had been a champion for about a year and a half. Which, Punk was, it was around the same time as Punk, during his WWE Championship reign. So that wasn't very unusual. But once that happened and he got both titles, that was pretty much where they were like, yeah, we're just going to have him be champion like forever until we decide the next guy comes. Yeah, because they were even talking about him losing the title to Cena, right? At one point, Paul confirmed that, I guess, or something. I don't know how they were supposed to restart the match. I think that would have been stupid. But yeah, this Raw has been complete shit. The whole Raw was garbage. I didn't care for it. I mean, you had Finn lose too. I mean, like, what are we doing? Like, why is Finn jobbing? Okay, like, why is even the Judgment Day still a thing? Like, I've been saying this for a while. Why is Judgment Day still a thing? Judgment Day started with Edge, who's not even in WWE anymore. Why is the Judgment Day still a thing? Is what is the real mystery that needs to be solved. Because that group should have disbanded a long time ago. Okay. They even say now that Finn Balor started the Judgment Day. Like, I think Michael Cole on Raw tonight said that he started the Judgment Day. It's like, no, you didn't. Edge started it. You just took it over. What the fuck? Well, I mean, geez. I don't get it anymore, man. Like, Raw sucked. Period. Don't care about Backlash. Don't care about Really, anything that's going. They didn't have LA Knight on. They didn't have freaking Punk on. Who cares? That's all I got. That's my rant. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace. Also, make sure, besides my YouTube channel, to follow the Twitch, the Instagram, and I do have a Discord link in the description where we discuss various topics, including this one here. Now I'm out. Peace.